never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tie me to someone who will love me, yeah. Wait, I think I'll last a bit longer. Find another.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. I hope everybody had another wonderful weekend. This was the first official weekend of fall, and I love this time of the year. Today, here on the channel, we're going to be talking about the new college football AP Top 25 poll, and I'll do that in a couple of minutes. But first, let me say it was a pleasure and an honor to go to Warner Robins, Georgia yesterday afternoon and be able to referee for Georgia Independent Professional Wrestling right there on 1011 Corder Road in Warner Robins. You can check them out on the internet at gipw.net. You can also follow along on Facebook at Georgia Independent Professional Wrestling. But most of all, I encourage you to go to GIPW1 on YouTube and watch some of their shows. Yesterday's show should be on YouTube either tomorrow or Wednesday, and I encourage you to go on there and watch it, and you'll see this awesome, good-looking, incredibly handsome, bald-headed referee, and that will be yours truly. Tyler Reddick won the NASCAR race yesterday, followed by Joey Logano, Justin Haley, Ryan Blaney, and Chase Briscoe. Of course, this was race number 4 in the 10-race chase for the NASCAR Cup Championship. Next week, they're going to be at Talladega. That'll be race number 5. And I know I've mentioned Kyle Busch signing with Richard Childress Motorsports, but I want to bring it up again because you'd be surprised how many people have came to me in the last 2 weeks and asked me if I am still a Kyle Busch fan, or asked me if I'm now a Childress fan. And I told every one of them, no, I'm a Kyle Busch fan. I didn't like Joe Gibbs. I didn't like Toyota. I don't pull for certain manufacturers, and I don't pull for teams. I pull for drivers. So NASCAR to me is just like college football. I'm a Clemson fan. What the rest of the ACC does means nothing to me. If every team in the conference went 0-12, I wouldn't care as long as Clemson wins. NASCAR is the same way. I'm a Kyle Busch fan. I don't care what the manufacturer's logo says. I don't care who the team owner is. I'm a Kyle Busch fan. I will pull for Kyle Busch, whatever team he's driving for, and only Kyle Busch, not his teammates just because they're Kyle Busch's teammates. I like Kyle Busch, and that's it. The Braves are still 1.5 games behind the New York Mets in the National League East as we head into the final full week of the regular season. The season actually wraps up next Wednesday, so it is going to come down to the wire. The Braves back in action tonight, playing the Nationals tonight through Wednesday, and they're off on Thursday, and then they play the New York Mets this weekend. So the division might be decided by Sunday, but I got a feeling it's going to come down to the very last day. But on to the college football new AP poll. Georgia is number 1, Alabama 2, Ohio State 3, Michigan 4, and Clemson is number 5. 6, USC. 7, Kentucky. 8, Tennessee. 9, Oklahoma State. And 10 is NC State. So just like I said yesterday, the Clemson-NC State game that's coming up Saturday night at 7:30 on ABC will be a battle of 2 top 10 teams. I have not looked at the complete schedule yet, but we know we have at least one game this week that features 2 top 10 teams. And I noticed something Saturday watching the Tennessee-Florida game, and I'm just curious if anybody else noticed it, but I'm the type of person that notices stuff that really doesn't matter. But I believe it was about 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, and I think Tennessee called the timeout, and the camera panned over to the Tennessee sidelines, and one of their assistant coaches was wearing a Tulane Green Wave hat. And I noticed it right off the bat because it's an orange team, and this guy's wearing this bright green hat. So it was just strange to me because usually everybody always wears the hat or the shirt of the team they're coaching for. But he had on a Tulane hat. So my guess is he's one of those graduate assistants that's doing this voluntarily, but you still would think somebody would give the man a UT hat. If he ain't got one, it just looks funny. You're on a Tennessee sideline wearing a Tulane Green Wave hat. Number 11, Penn State. Number 12, Utah. 13 is Oregon. 14, Ole Miss. And 15 is Washington. 16 through 20 is Baylor, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, BYU, and Arkansas. Number 21 making their debut for the year is the Golden Gophers of Minnesota. Wake Forest falls to 22nd. Florida State makes their debut for the year at number 23. Then we have Pittsburgh at 24 and Kansas State at 25. So that's our brand new college football AP poll as we get ready to head into week number 5 of the college football season. Any thoughts on the AP poll, please feel free to let me know. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. I offered a teddy bear lunch, but he said, no thanks, I'm already stuffed. And that wraps it up for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.